Hey everyone, I'm Sky Solbach, and today I'm here with Jeffrey and Finn Spencer. They are the wingboard designers for Duotone and also Ken Winter's main testers for the wings. You guys have been working on a new project lately called the Stash Parawing, and we're going to check it out today. Tell us about the Stash. What's it all about? What can we expect?
Yeah, the Stash is the new Parawing from Duotone. Main use is really kind of downwinding, riding small waves. Opens up a lot of new possibilities for just getting on the water. And then this one comes in 5 sizes: a 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And yeah,
Awesome.
excited to talk about it.
I mean, my first impression of it is that, and what I'm kind of excited about, is that it's going to kind of replace a paddle for downwind paddling. Is that kind of where you see the Stash fitting into the range?
I think for some people it can, yeah.
Okay.
Like especially if you're just kind of getting into downwinding, it's the learning curve is going to be a lot quicker.
Especially if you're coming from winging or wind sport where you have that experience already. It's going to open up tons of possibilities for people getting on the water, maybe in different spots or different conditions where you want to ride upwind and then go downwind, things like that. And also allowing you to ride maybe a surfier foil or especially a mid-length board is amazing with the Parawing, and it really opens up your turning and makes it really
that's
fun.
kind of what I'm excited about. Like, we did a downwinder a few years ago and I was on giant equipment struggling. You guys are on small boards just killing it, and I think this would be a tool for someone like me who's not the best paddler to be able to ride a small board, a mid-length, something like that, and be able to go out and have a lot of fun doing a downwinder.
Absolutely.
Or even just riding in the same spot, right? You can go upwind on the Stash. You can stay in the same spot. You don't have to be doing a downwind.
It's a great tool if you just want to ride some little, especially longer waves. You can just get upwind pretty easy, get on a wave, stash it away, and then have a blast, and then when you're done, just throw it back out.
And if you have a spot with super fun bumps, you don't need a shuttle or anything to drive you up, so it can save a ton of time. One of the most fun things is you pull up to the beach and just throw it up in the air, and you can be on the water in 30 seconds.
There's no rigging, no pumping, no setup required.
Super easy, and super fun to just find a spot with good bumps and do some laps.
Ken, what's it like designing a Parawing compared to, let's say, a kite or a wing?
We experimented. We made maybe 15 or 20 prototypes and tried a variety of arcs and profile shapes and different bridle configurations, and came up with this that you see on my computer screen. Double surface in the tips and single surface everywhere else. A parafoil kite that has a double surface. They use it in racing because it has very low drag, not because it has a lot of power. A single skin actually gives you more power per square meter. So that's one of the reasons we really wanted to stay with a single skin for the bulk of the surface. Now, if we wanted to make a Parawing that was better for going upwind, better for low drag, better for going fast, we would go with a double skin. But then, of course, it wouldn't stash away as small. So the trade-offs with everything.
Let's check out some of the features of the wing, pull it out, and you guys can show us what you did. So the first thing I notice is different material. You guys used a pretty light fabric compared to the inflatable wings. What was the idea behind that?
This one we have a 30-gram nylon, and the main idea for that is just packing it away small. So the lighter material just packs up so much easier and makes a huge difference for that.
Okay.
The material's super lightweight as well, which means when you throw it in the air, it dries off quickly and really is easy in lighter wind to get it flying, which is huge. It's very important with the Parawing, I would say. And then, like Finn was saying, the lighter you go, the smaller it packs, and that's the biggest goal with these things, I would say.
Yeah, so exactly.
Super important.
One other thing I was noticing, and we were talking about before, is this different colored panel in the center. I think it's a really cool idea. Maybe just explain what that's all about.
Yeah, this is a big help for if you have the wing just down in the water in kind of a bundle. You can just look for the differently colored panel, grab it, and lift it up in the air, and then that's just the front and center of the wing, so it'll fill out super easy and then makes relaunch.
I think that's so smart. Just the ability to identify, okay, that's the center of the wing. You can lift it up out of the water, train it. You always know where it's at. Yeah, I thought that was really cool. Anything specifically you guys did with the bridles? I know you guys spent a lot of time, tweaking bridles, and maybe just explain a little bit about maybe the bar and the bridles?
Yeah, I'd say most of our time testing was spent just tweaking bridles. Tiny little changes make such a difference for the how the wing flies in general. So there's a lot to do with that. Mainly focused on just stability when depowering.
Yep.
Just so to kind of increase the range of the wing, so you can ride maybe a bigger size and more wind, or a smaller size and get more power.
Yep.
And then
Yeah, as far as just other changes to the bridle, we went for colored lines. It's super important when it comes to detangling. You know which line is which, as well as the color at the front of the bar is extremely nice. Like when in testing, if you just know where the front is, same with the front of the wing.
Yeah.
It's night and day when it comes to getting it back out of the water.
And then just getting the attachment points as close to the bar as possible, we found really helped for kind of control and the overall just
responsiveness.
Yeah.
We found like the closer you can get them, the more responsive the whole wing was.
So rather than having like a longer pigtail and then attaching up here, if you get them
just
actually
having them as close as possible really helps.
And we're super happy with how the bar came out. This is actually the same shape that's on the boom on the wings, so it's super comfortable to hold. The round edges in the front are really nice if you're getting your finger in the corner. Especially when you're flying a lot, you can fly one-handed and really just let it sit here, and it's super comfy. And the round edges as well help a ton with the lines not getting caught, which is a huge thing. If they can wrap up, it's super easy to slide them off. And
And then, so in terms of control, just talking about how you actually handle the bar, like maybe just give a quick rundown of, you know, when are you having more pressure on the front, when are you having more pressure on the back, and when, if ever, would you ever need to adjust this centerpiece?
Yeah, so the biggest thing is once you're pulled in, the power's on and you're flying, the steering is better. When you're depowered, the wing is sitting in the air, kind of drifting, just floating.
Yep.
And the biggest thing with the center lines, they'll work very well in the middle, but if you're feeling like you want a little more depower, you can slide them back, which will allow the center lines to go out a little more once you push it away. And if you want it a little more steady, constant flying stability, you can push them a little forward. And it works well.
So basically, like the more pressure you're putting on the front bridles, the more that's gonna rock the kite forward and depower. The more you have on the back, the more power it's gonna sit deeper in the window.
Exactly.
Same principles as a kite or anything. Yeah.
Pretty much.
So you mentioned this comes in how many sizes?
5 different sizes from 2 to 6 meter.
Okay. And how does that relate to an inflatable wing? If you're just someone who's used to riding an inflatable wing, you've never ridden a Parawing before, are you riding the same size, bigger, smaller?
I would say you could ride the same size or even half a size up. It's a little more difficult to get up on the Parawing compared to a normal wing just because of the pumping ability.
Right.
But the biggest thing I would recommend is riding a similar size Parawing to your wing and then sizing up your board and your foil. That makes the biggest difference and still makes the Parawing feel good when you're riding in the winds, but it just makes it so much easier to get up when you have a bit bigger board.
Okay, makes sense. So similar size wing, maybe slightly bigger foil, slightly bigger board.
Totally.
Exactly.
Okay, awesome. Cool. Thank you guys so much. That was really cool. I can't wait to try this thing. Maybe we can get out and do a downwinder.
Sure.
Yeah. Thank you guys for tuning in. Like and subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you next time.